Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rant. We are recording the fourth episode, and guess what? We have the whole cast here today. Jeremy, Josh, say hello, guys.
Hello.
No one ever says anything past hello. It's always
You
a
said say
break.
hello.
Yeah, that's
I
all
didn't
you
think
told
I'd
us to
have
say.
to say more than that. I thought there'd be like a hey, glad to be
I've got a
here.
rant for you. What's with people wanting me to say more hello these days?
Yeah, maybe I don't want to say more than hello.
Yeah, maybe I don't even want to say hello, man. I just want to give you a head nod that you can't see because you're listening to this.
Just remember, Jeremy's a busy guy. He can't say hello. He can't say full sentences.
I don't even have time. Yeah.
He's got to go.
Wow, this fucking.
All right, bye guys. No.
All right, people. The Rant is back. We're gonna talk about some games and comics. I figure first off, why don't we talk about the comics, specifically the new shit that Marvel's going to be pulling our way pretty soon. There's a whole slew of them. We're not going to cover all of them. There's just not enough time. But you know what? Damn it, we're going to try. Jeremy, thoughts, man?
It's gonna be really good, and I'm gonna sell a shitload of comics.
For anybody that doesn't know, Jeremy is the manager at a local comic store.
Yep.
He's a
comics,
bastard because you will go in there and walk out with a $100 tab guaranteed.
unless you're Josh.
I get what I like, and I am not
Josh
swayed.
is a very discerning customer.
very-
It has to be very specifically awesome for him.
He's very disciplined.
Yeah. I'm starting to stretch out more though, because now I don't have to pay. I'm not getting paid part time, so I'm getting paid full time, so I can get more comics now. So I will definitely be getting some of these new Marvel ones.
Which ones are you guys excited for specifically?
You know, truthfully, the one that's making me raise an eyebrow is the little promo ad that shows like 9 months pregnant Spider-Woman. I'm trying to figure that one out. I've been following the series since it restarted like last November. She's not dating anybody in the book. There's no love interest, so I'm trying to figure out how the hell this is going to happen.
Yeah, I was about to ask, like, does she have a giant sex scene at the end of the last book, or what's going on?
I think that issue would have sold a lot more copies if that was the case. No, I literally have no idea where the hell this is coming from. This is like left field via Alpha Centauri kind of weird shit. I don't. Are they gonna have her like just roll over page 1, 9 months pregnant? It's like, here's what you missed during the vacation. Kind of. I don't get it. I don't get it, but I'm looking forward to it because I want to see what crazy shit they come up with as an explanation. What about you, Josh? What are you looking forward to?
I have one that I'm like curious about, and one that I definitely want. The one I'm curious about is Carnage. I don't know what they're gonna do with this comic, but I mean the first cover looks pretty badass. It's the one where he's opening his mouth and there's a mine shaft inside of it. I feel like that's gonna be a pretty interesting one. And the one that I'm most excited about is Daredevil, because they're introducing his apprentice. So and the art looks beautiful on this one. I mean, I'm just looking at the cover page here, but I mean, it looks good.
Yeah, but how often does the cover page look awesome and then the rest of the art in the book is kind of like subpar?
And not too
You know
often.
what I mean? Like they get like a really big shot artist to do the cover, but the rest of it's just like whoever's on staff.
I haven't seen too many of those.
I have just not so much from like Marvel, some of the other publishing houses, some of the third party level ones. All right, we have gone back and forth here. Jeremy, you are sitting there in silence. Speak up, man. You're the comic book lord.
Talk. Basically, I'm most looking forward to all the Guardians related books. Before the Secret Wars stuff started, I was really into the Star-Lord and Kitty romance that was taking place in the Star-Lord and Guardians books, and I'm hoping that it continues. It looks like Star-Lord's still getting his own solo book, but Kitty is taking over the Star-Lord mantle on the Guardians team, so that should be interesting. I kind of called that before this all started. I'm like, after Secret Wars, I bet you Kitty becomes Star-Lord and Peter goes back to rule Spartax, but we'll see how they're going to play with that. It looks like that's what they're doing, and then Drax is getting his own comic written by CM Punk, so I'm all about that because CM Punk's the shit.
Wait, the shit?
Yeah, he's the best.
Woo! That's an endorsement from Jeremy. Quick question though, Kitty Pride?
Yeah.
Okay, so I wasn't hallucinating that cover like a couple of months ago. I was trying to think back. I'm like, wait, is he talking about the X-Men character? Fuck, I'm so lost. Is that it? Is that all you got, Jeremy?
I mean, there's some other stuff here and there, but overall, that's what I'm most looking forward to because that's really the corner of Marvel that I like. I like the cosmic stuff quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess I'm looking forward to the X-Men stuff because I love the X-Men, but Marvel doesn't seem to love the X-Men anymore, so how excited should I get about it?
Yeah, you do kind of have to wonder like what they're thinking when they're like, yeah, let's bust out the cast from '92 because everybody still loved the '92.
Everybody
cast.
does love the '92.
That is true. I'm a big fan of the '92 cast. It is kind of weird how they've gone all over the place since then, but yeah, I think you're right. I think they're kind of like passive aggressively punishing the X-Men because they sold the movie rights to Sony or some shit like that.
What I want to know is, what's one comic you saw in here that you thought that you automatically just went, why are they doing that?
You know, you're both probably going to get mad at me for this, the Carnage comic.
Oh.
I feel like you can only write insanity for like so long before you just start doubling over with repeats. I mean, am I the only person that's ever read the Carnage stuff and been like, this is just pure insanity?
Well, that's what Carnage is.
I know, but I feel like you can't run with that forever.
Well, we'll see what they do.
And Jeremy is silent. The jury is out on that one.
I'm letting you guys talk. I don't want to talk over you. I don't want to be that guy.
Oh, okay. Okay, he's being polite, folks. My apologies, sir. Jeremy, thoughts?
On
Anything.
Jeremy, what's the one comic in here that you went, to when you saw in this preview book?
all of the Spider books. There doesn't need to be. I think there's 11 Spider-related comic books.
Let's see,
That's ridiculous.
5,
I will second that
7,
motion.
8.
There are a lot.
There's 8.
Like I'm only following like
8?
3 of
Well,
them, but it's still a lot.
But he's also going to be in Avengers, and he's also going to be here. And no, I don't need that many. They should just be doing one Spider book.
Maybe 2.
And if they want to do like Spider-Gwen and Spider-Woman and Silk and all that, fine. But they don't need Web Warriors and 2099. We don't need it. Just make Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, an anthology book and make it like 90 pages and cost $6 every month, and people will buy it.
Yeah. They should listen to you.
They should listen to me. I know what I'm doing.
At this point, I kind of agree they should listen to some of their fucking fans, because Marvel is getting a little carried away with some of this shit. I mean, I will agree with the Spider-Man stuff. Totally. There were a few cool little spin-offs, like the Scarlet Spiders that they did back before Christmas, but that was 3 books and then they were done. But yeah, you're right. It seems like every time they turn around now, it's like, hey, new Spider-Man thing. And it is getting out of control. They have too many converging storylines in the Spider-Man universe now. I mean, fuck, they have a whole series just labeled Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
It's like explaining all of the shit every week. It's not actually a comic book. It's just an explanation guide. Ay. Marvel, you're hurting us here, man. We're getting confused and going broke.
It's not confusing.
It is confusing. Why do they think this is...
confusing at all?
It is confusing. Why do they think they need to have so many spin-off series?
You know what? Sorry. I was just thinking, Web Warriors kind of looks like that We Are Robin kind of look there from DC. Except they're all Spider-Man, and you know.
You have a point.
You're going to buy them all anyway, so shut up, Robert.
Oh, no. Dude, fuck you. I've only bought like 3 of the Spider-Man series. I haven't touched any of the others.
I will get you to buy them.
Jeremy will put them in your bag and be like, here you go.
That's it. I'm canceling my poll. I'm going to a different store.
Oh,
okay.
Crazy bastard.
it's more for me.
We will not miss you. Yeah.
off. This is just turning into a hurtful podcast.
You still have to
Damn.
stop on Wednesdays and bring me lunch, though.
No. See, that's not part of the deal. I am taking my business elsewhere, sir.
I said good day,
And
sir.
I take the cheesesteaks with me.
Not the cheesesteaks.
Not the cheesesteaks. Oh, God. I almost feel like we shouldn't move on to games now, because I feel like I'm going to get verbally pummeled on that front, too. Guys, what do you think? Should we talk about our most enjoyed and most hated video games of the year so far? Because let's face it, it's not over yet. There could be some awesome stuff coming Christmas. Who knows?
Sure, if we're done with Marvel.
Yeah, we're done with Marvel.
Yeah, agreed. We're done with Marvel.
Jeremy's like, we're done. Enough of Marvel.
I personally, video game wise, I would say my most disappointed was Bloodborne, and I knew that going into it only because it's impossible and I'm not very good at video games. So I knew that I wouldn't be good at it and I would lose interest, and I lost interest a lot faster than I thought I would. My favorite game so far would be a tie between Mortal Kombat X, because I'm such a huge fan of the series, and for me, it didn't disappoint at all. I haven't played any of the downloadable characters yet, really. I messed around with Jason a little bit, but I haven't done Predator or anything yet, but I still enjoyed it. And the other one would be a game I got to go hands-on with at San Diego that's not out for another couple weeks. I really, really, really enjoyed playing Disney Infinity 3.0. Like, a lot. I mean, I know it's Star Wars and, me and Star Wars, blah, 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 blah. But it actually is a very intuitive game, and they really overhauled the game mechanics. And they're doing the game the way they should have in the first place. And they're doing Star Wars justice, and you can't ask for anything more, and I loved it, and I can't wait to buy it, and buy all the figures, and punch people in the face to get all the rare ones, and I love it! There.
For anyone who's wondering, yes, George Lucas could shit in a bag and price it $10,000, and Jeremy'd buy it.
No, I would not.
Yeah.
You say that now, but I guarantee you'd be one of the first people in the eBay auction for the item.
Just to say I bid on it.
That's still fucking wrong.
I got the first bid of 99
That's not the story
cents.
you want to hand down to your kid. Did I ever tell you about the time I bid on George Lucas's shit in a bag? Like, no, Grandpa, you didn't tell us about that one. God, is he ever going to shut up about the George Lucas bag shit eBay thing?
I was about to say, they're either going to be like, no, Grandpa, or they're going to be like, yes, you've told us 5 million times, please stop. Like, yes, we know now.
I will comment on your Bloodborne thing. I can understand you losing interest in that, because it is definitely not an easy game. It follows suit to all the Dark Souls and Demon Souls and all that, where it's like basically an exercise in patience, frustration, and like S&M type shit. Like, how much pain can you take and still smile?
Correct.
But like, I don't understand how you can love Mortal Kombat to this extent and put it as like your tied favorite. The game is good, but there's not a lot to it. You know what I mean? It's like past
Because
the story
it's
move.
fun.
It's
fun, and it's exactly what a Mortal Kombat game should be. And it doesn't try to be anything other than Mortal Kombat. It doesn't need to be any more ambitious. It is what it is, and it understands that, and it enhances everything that game should be without losing sight of what the games previously were. They're button mashers. They're fighting games that are button mashers. They aren't trying to string together 50,000 combos like in fucking Street Fighter and do special
wrong.
do special moves and do special moves that take up the entire screen and are like, "Rah!" and they start screaming at each other and bullshit. It's two guys beating the piss out of each other until one of them fucking gets his heart ripped out and squeezed in his hand, and then he gets his face cut off with a sword. It's just fun.
I think I touched a nerve.
Yeah, well, this is the rant, isn't it? This That's why you created the damn show.
True. Although tonight kind of feels like Jeremy's rant. In fact, that's the subtitle for this
That's
episode.
what happens when you put me
The
on,
Rant
bitch.
Episode 4, Jeremy's rant.
No, that's what happens when you start picking on Mortal Kombat.
Oh my god, I wasn't picking on it. Touchy shit, Jesus. Tell us a little bit more about the Disney's Infinity thing, because truthfully, I have never bothered to look into it at all. What do you actually do in that game?
It's just like it's basically just like Skylanders and all of those games. You buy the figures. Some of the figures come with level packs. You plug it in. You can play through levels based around the characters, movies, and TV shows that they come from. But then they also have a thing called the Toy Box that's a little loosely based on like the little Big Planet level creator. You can literally create anything, but in that world you can play as any character in any setting. So like you could create like a whole world to play through based on some movie and have Darth Vader running through it and that kind of thing. So it's fun.
So it's kind of like Lego Dimensions except with Disney stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm also excited for Lego Dimensions, by the way.
Yeah, that comes out pretty soon too. About a month away now.
September 27th, yeah. Disney
I'm always
Infinity
excited for those, but then I look at like the cost for all the figures and shit like that, and I start becoming disheartened quite quickly.
This is the first time I've ever jumped into it, and of course it took Star Wars to get me to do it. But the game itself, because I got to play some of. They're doing levels based on Tron and the Pixar movie Inside Out that came out this summer, and those were just as fun with some more complex puzzles than Infinity's used to, and more intuitive than the other game. It was just a simple, hey, turn left and hit this talk box and you'll get an item. It's not like that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's very fun. I had a lot of fun with it, and it comes out August 30th, and I'm pretty jazzed.
Excellent.
Okay, I'll let you guys talk now.
Let's see. Well, everybody's going to know that my favorite for the year so far is obviously The Witcher 3. That anybody that's listened to this damn show before knows that I'm a Witcher nut. The game is awesome. It's long. Visually, it's amazing. The mechanics are crispy. I have no like bad comments about The Witcher 3 like at all.
It sucks.
Ow!
I don't know. I've never played.
Just kicked me in the balls verbally.
I didn't even play it.
That's okay. It's too tough for you, and The Witcher doesn't want you anyways.
Good. I'll stick with my Disney Infinity kids game and have fun with that.
Oh, God. Think of the awesome massacres you could have if you brought Geralt into the Infinity universe. Oh, I can just see Mickey Mouse's head flying across the screen. I'm going to have to try and find a really fucked up drawing of like a decapitated Mickey Mouse now and just have that flash on screen real quick. Offend everybody I can with it. Most disappointed was the Final Fantasy game that came out a few months back. I didn't have like high hopes for it because it was one of those games that's been in development for like 6 years or something like that. And it's so low on my scale of like memorable. I can't even remember the entire title now. It's just like Final Fantasy whatever. Somebody's gonna get really pissed at me for that. I already know. Visually, it looked like it was maybe an HD remix of a PS2 version game or something like that. The story is weak. I mean, granted, I only went like halfway through it. I haven't picked it up since, but I also have over half the trophies in it for the like 10 hours of gameplay I put in. So already you can tell this is kind of like a weak sauce game, and I think the only reason it's sold at all is because if you were able to pre-order it or get a day one edition, you got a download voucher for the demo of Final Fantasy 15, which also I didn't really give a shit for because now it looks like the cast is 4 emo Japanese band members. And there was no goddamn subtitles and it was all in Japanese.
That'll get you.
I have no idea what the hell was going on. I just know the start of it is 4 dudes all waking up in a tent in the morning, and it gives off weird vibes. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't see why this is going to be the big, awesome game changer that I think everyone's hoping it will be, but it's Final Fantasy. Everyone's going to jump on board anyways. Fuck all of you Final Fantasy fans. Jesus.
Whoa.
Damn.
No, that's not true. I don't hate all the Final Fantasy fans. I hate the ones that are rabid and latch onto one title and ride it into the ground. I think we've all encountered the fanboy extreme in every genre. You know what I mean? It's annoying and it's frustrating. And unfortunately, I think that's what's going to happen with the next Final Fantasy. Even though I thought it was okay, I don't think it's worth, crazily defending it. We'll see. Josh, what about you, man?
Well, you didn't say what your most anticipated game is yet.
Oh, you're right. Mighty Number 9. Why? Because it's kind of like a fuck you to Capcom. We're gonna go make Mega Man our own way kind of game. It looks good. It looks like the old school platformers that I love and enjoy. So hopefully it'll be as awesome as it looks. I think it's out at the end of this month, actually. Yeah, that's it for me.
All
Josh.
right. Well, I'm gonna start out with the my least favorite game so far of this year, and I think that at least Robert will know which one I'm going to say, and that is Godzilla for the PS4.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
At first, I thought it was going to be a good game, and I think there was in the episode 2 of the Rant, we were talking about it, and we thought it was going to be something completely different than what it was, and essentially what they're trying to sell is an early PS3 game with hardly any content, and they're trying to sell it for like $60, and it should be like 30 at the most. And the game just does not have any content. The controls are shit. The battles are just hit the person as many times as you can until they die, and there's no dodging, and there's no actual building physics. So when you crash into a building, it always falls the same way. And the campaign mode is just the same thing over and over and over again. Vicious grinding, which is ridiculous. Godzilla moves slower than a fucking slug. Just everything about Godzilla has just been completely terrible. And that pretty much sums it all up. It's just a really bad game. And unfortunately, I gave them $60 for it. So...
Ha. No.
Yeah, I had to be the sacrifice on this one. So at least other people know now that...
For the greater good.
Yes. Although,
sacrifice a lamb for the greater good.
I go on, BestBuy.com and I look at the ratings, and there's these people who are like, oh, if you love Godzilla, you're going to love this game. And it's like, if you like shitty games, you're going to love this game. Jeez. But...
Makes you wonder if Best Buy employees are writing the reviews.
We gotta sell this game. We still have 1 million copies in the back. Quickly, write a good review. But my favorite game so far of this year has been, I was gonna say Batman, but then I was like,
a curveball.
I know. The game does have a few flaws in it, and I'm not entirely satisfied with it. But a game that I have been completely satisfied with, and that I've played over and over and over again since it came out, and it's probably the newest game that we are going to talk about that's come out, and that game is Rocket League. And the reason being is it gives me that nostalgia for a game like Revolt, where you race around cars and you blow them up with various objects, except in this game you're driving around RC cars, and you can blow people up by charging into them, and you're playing soccer. And it's a really challenging, really fun game, and I love it. It's just there's not much to do in it, of course, because it's just a basic soccer game, but it does give you that challenge, and there's plenty of various game modes to play: 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, online play, of course. And if you master the game, I guarantee you're gonna have even more fun, because then you can actually beat people without trying. But all in all, Rocket League has been such a great experience, at least for me. I don't know about you guys, if you guys have played it yet.
I loaded it up, and as soon as I saw that it was soccer, I lost interest.
Yeah.
I've never been one for like the FIFA games or any of that, but I will say this: it did the like 10 minutes I did play it just to try and get into it. It did feel crispy. The handling was good. The graphics were solid. It ran well. So like I can't fault you at all for saying that was your most enjoyed game so far. I mean, for a little indie title,
Yeah, it's
and one that was free if you're a Plus member on PlayStation, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and it's not really like FIFA, because in FIFA it's a lot easier to control where the ball goes. In this game, you need to be exactly like positioned correctly in order to get the ball into that net. And even then, sometimes you're going too fast and the ball goes over the net, and you're like, well, shit. Now I gotta go all the way back down the field. But yeah, it's just been a great experience all around for me, at least. And then my most anticipated game is... See, I'm kind of on the fence here. Is Star Wars Battlefront. I am kind of excited for the game, but I'm also worried about the game. And that's, I think, why I'm so excited, because there's that mystery of, will it be good in EA's hands? And I'm not sure. But I'm still excited for it, because it looks pretty good from what I've seen. And they've introduced A-Wings into the dogfighting scenario, so that's my favorite Star Wars spacecraft.
Really?
Yeah, doesn't get too much love in the movies, but the Rogue Squadron games it was always my go-to vehicle. Very fast, very maneuverable, able to outmaneuver most enemy fighters.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's obviously my most anticipated game too, but I thought that was kind of obvious.
I will second that. I am looking forward to it, but I am worried as well with the EA, but mostly I'm worried because it's an online only type
No,
of
it's
deal.
not.
Yeah, they announced it's not.
Oh, thank God! I am
Single player
Okay.
can be played offline.
There's also co-op.
Multiplayer
Yeah.
is online. Yeah, and there's a co-op too. Yeah.
okay. That just removed like 40% of my worry factor.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you for that, guys.
The other
I hadn't
game
heard a damn thing about it, to be honest.
I'm really excited for the Rock Band and Guitar Hero game as well, but then I was like, I'm more excited for Star Wars, because Rock Band and Guitar Hero, I've played those since they came out, and I mean they're just going to be pretty much exactly the same, except Guitar Hero has a different controller, which I am excited for. It's going to be something new, a little bit of a challenge, but the set list on Guitar Hero pales in comparison to Rock Band, so we'll see how those turn out.
Wasn't one of them supposed to have like some sort of weird live mode?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's Guitar Hero Live.
That's the Guitar Hero one?
Yeah, because the game's called Guitar Hero Live. So.
All right, flag me for not paying attention.
I didn't
Just
actually
meant
say
it
it.
seemed like a weird mode to throw in there a little bit, but I don't know. I guess they need to come up with something new every time. So.
And I don't think it's gonna. I don't think that they're gonna catch on again. I mean, I think the age of plastic instruments has kind of passed us. It's nice that they're putting out a new, game on the newer systems, so I can still play them with, better graphics. But I mean, I still play Rock Band 2 religiously. I play it weekly. I just go on there and rock a few songs out, play a little bit of the Guitar Hero games. I mean, so it's not dead to me, but to a lot of people it is dead, and they've moved on to dance games, and now those are kind of fading out. So who knows what's going to be next?
I don't play any of those. The only time I ever tried to play Rock Band, I played it on the slowest setting, and I missed half the keys still, and I was like, "Fuck this game!" and I threw the guitar down.
And then
I bought the Beatles version just so I could see my brother play it, because he's really good at it, and I wanted to see the Beatles version of the game, but I refused to play it.
Not even singing.
Oh, that's right, you can sing. Okay, well, I'll probably sing. I'll try it again and sing. Anybody who ever comes in the comic book store knows that I like to sing.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's like karaoke.
I was wondering if that was going to be the breaking point for. Oh, he can sing!
Oh man, I just need the game and a microphone. I'm good to go.
Horrifying thought, though. What if they had gone to the Kinect type deals where you no longer have instruments at all? You just kind of shake your hands at the screen and
furiously air masturbate while you're playing guitar.
Oh God, that would have inspired a really horrifying batch of YouTube videos, I think. It was bad enough seeing people like fall trying to do the Tony Hawk thing.
Oh God.
I don't want to see a dude, making the jerk off motion because he's trying to play the guitar way harder than he should be.
Hey, look at all those Wii games. It's like WarioWare and the Mario parties. They had those up and down motions. It was very, how would you say,
Pornographic.
yeah.
My favorites are always the ones where like somebody like doesn't hold the little Wiimote thing right and wham right into the TV.
Oh yeah, that makes
Those
me
are my
cringe though,
favorites.
because I know how much I paid for my TV, and like those people have like the big huge screen TV, so it's like $1,000 TV. It's like, oh, I don't think you can do an insurance claim on that.
No. I threw my Wii remote through it because I'm a dumbass.
I forgot to put on the little
Yeah,
strap.
I didn't put the doohickey thing on because I'm not, I didn't need it.
I'm too hardcore of a gamer.
Yeah,
I don't need it.
It's too hardcore for the safety strap. Are you kidding me?
It's a kid's game. I could do it.
My favorite was the one. I think this kid he just flung the remote at what I'm pretty sure was a plasma TV and just spider web of cracked glass all the way across the front.
Yeah. There's one where it's like an
I
infomercial.
was laughing so hard.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
There's like this infomercial one where the guy's like showing you the new attachments for the Wii remote. You can put a racket or a golf club on there, and he's using the Wii remote, and he's like, "Wow, look at this!" And the thing he clicked onto the top fell off and broke the TV on the infomercial. And they're like, make sure you click it in right. Call the number and buy it.
You get 7 for the price of 2 today only.
Oh God! You know what? This feels like a great place to end.
Yes.
We've given everybody happy thoughts of morons playing Wii tennis.
Very good.
I always like bowling.
Bowling.
The trick is to hold the controller upside down and flick your wrist towards the TV. Straight every time.
Wow.
You heard it right there, folks. That's a pro bowling tip for Wii bowling.
What about the Wii
If
U?
anybody
bowling?
out there actually still plays Wii bowling.
Yeah, we've all moved on to the Wii U, Jeremy. Come on.
Actually, I don't think too many people have moved on to the Wii U.
Yeah, that's the joke.
Yeah, I know.
Oh God, the silliness continues.
All right.
Well, everybody, it's been a great night on The Rant again. I'd like to thank my co-hosts, Jeremy and Josh.
Hello.
You're welcome.
Yeah, he's running the joke from the beginning. Ha ha, very funny. Awesome. Please remember to like and subscribe. Leave a comment.
Follow me on Twitter at Jeremy Ohio.
You can go to my YouTube channel, Jarish's Opinion, and you can see my new series, which is 3-second game reviews.
It's going to be awesome.
It's a smash hit already. I got 20 views on almost all of them, so...
I'm gonna look those up.
But I've actually lost like 5 subscribers, so I don't know. It's kind of teeter-tottering right now.
Oh my God, that's great.
Anyway, okay, let's bring this train wreck to a close.
All right,
Sign us off.
Good night, everybody. This has been The Rant.